Ancient Rome. Land of gladiators, emperors, and communal but sponges. That's right, folks. Today we're flushing out the truth about Roman toilets. Spoiler, they sucked harder than a broken aqueduct. Imagine the worst gas station bathroom you've ever seen. Now remove the stalls, add an audience, and replace toilet paper with a shared sponge on a stick. Welcome to the latrines of the ancient world, where hygiene was optional, eye contact was mandatory, and dignity was left at the door, if they had one. Let's dive into the soggy, stinky, very public nightmare that was the Roman bathroom experience. And don't worry, this video is 100% fart noise free. Probably. 1. The communal sponge of doom. Picture this. You finish your business, reach for toilet paper, and instead someone hands you a soggy sponge on a stick. Congratulations. You've just encountered the xylospongium, Rome's worst idea since lead in drinking water. This wasn't your personal sponge. Oh no, it was a community sponge. Shared, reused, passed around like an ancient game of hot potato. But instead of burning your hands, it burned your trust in humanity. And let's talk about sanitation, or the lack of it. Romans would dip the sponge in vinegar or salt water, convinced that was enough to kill whatever the last guy left behind. Imagine wiping with something that smells like expired salad dressing and carries the regrets of 1,000 strangers. The only thing worse than using it was the knowledge that some guy named Claudius probably didn't rinse it properly. And where did they store these glorious instruments of hygiene? In a bucket, a communal bucket of sponges, marinating in their own history. If that doesn't make you appreciate modern plumbing, nothing will. 2. Zero privacy, all eye contact. Modern bathrooms have stalls, doors, locks, basic things that allow you to suffer in peace. Romans, they said, nah, let's make this a social event. Roman latrines were fully open, just a long marble bench with strategically placed holes. No dividers, no partitions, just you, your business, and the guy 2 inches away from you making awkward small talk. And speaking of small talk, it wasn't optional. Romans treated bathroom breaks like networking events. You could be mid-squat, and some senator would strike up a conversation about tax policies. So about that grain shipment, while you're just trying to exist. Worse, the dreaded eye contact. No one warns you about that moment when you accidentally lock eyes with the person next to you mid-business. There's no coming back from that. Ancient Rome, where friendships were tested and personal boundaries did not exist. 3. Health hazards, or how to die in style. If the Roman toilet experience didn't traumatize you emotionally, it sure tried biologically. Sanitation was still a work in progress, and the sewage system, basically a glorified lazy river of regret, waste flowed beneath the latrines, but so did the same water Romans drank. That's right, every sip of refreshing water was a gamble. Ah yes, a crisp chalice of plague, with subtle notes of dysentery and regret. And then there were the toilet demons, no really. Romans were terrified of sewer-dwelling creatures, from snakes to rats to actual methane explosions, because yes, latrines occasionally exploded. Imagine just vibing on the toilet and boom, suddenly you're the day's sacrifice to Jupiter. For social media. But for pooping, you know how some people overshare in the comment section? Romans did that in person. Their latrines were the original social network. Senators, merchants, and sailors all pooped together while discussing politics, gossip, and business deals. You could literally close a business deal while handling other business. Imagine LinkedIn, but with less dignity. Nice toga. Want to merge our grain supply chains? Romans even had graffiti in latrines. Yes, bathroom graffiti. We're talking ancient Yelp reviews. Marcus was here. 10 out of 10 experience. Would defecate again. Claudius, if you're reading this, you still owe me denarii. Beware of sponge thief. It was basically Twitter, but smellier. The only thing missing was a swipe right feature. 5. The legacy of Roman toilets. Thanks to Rome, we now have phobias about public restrooms. Their bathrooms were so bad, they make airport restrooms look like 5-star resorts. The only thing they passed down. Trust issues. But let's give them credit. They tried. Romans were the first to introduce public sanitation. Sure, their execution was more festival porta potty than 5-star spa. But hey, baby steps. Their dream of communal toilet time didn't last, thank Jupiter. but their contributions to plumbing did. So thanks. So yeah, Roman toilets sucked. Shared sponges, zero privacy, and enough germs to make a plague doctor quit. But hey, at least they didn't have TikTok. Imagine that on the latrine bench. Duet with me while Nope. Smash that like button if you'd rather hold it forever than use a Roman toilet. Comment your worst bathroom horror story. Mine's a gas station in Nebraska. And subscribe, unless you're a fan of communal sponges.